We're about to go through all the details of how the ring shopping experience was.
James, come here. Let's go stop in here. And he was like, why?
CaLeigha was pushing me into this ring store. I'm like, girl, little do you know.
For years, I've been saying emerald cut.
What
Thank
a problem
God.
that would have been.
Hello.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back.
Welcome back to Beyond the Feed podcast. It has been a while. I mean, we took a little break, but we're back. And we got a new little setup. I don't know if, hopefully you guys like it. We're trying to test out a few spots.
The other place was looking a little dull.
Yeah.
So I thought we'd brighten it up. Got some flowers, got some plants.
We were about to film and James was like, oh, let's go downstairs and do it. So I was like, oh, okay, sure.
It's a little more comfortable down here too.
Yeah.
So what are we talking about today?
Man, okay, so you guys have been asking so many questions about my ring and just I guess like the whole process with James and how he went about doing it and whatnot. And I think it's really important for not only the girls out there to give maybe their pointers to their men, but also any men out there who might be watching it, because we do have guys who also follow us, obviously. So
yeah. So if you have a boyfriend that, you know, y'all are getting close, or if you are a boyfriend and you are that close, this is the video for you. We're about to go through all the details of how the ring shopping experience was, the details of rings, kind of the whole process.
So I guess starting off, I want to hear like the whole process of like how you chose Helzberg, and just all of that. Like, how did that go about?
So I would say the first thing was, you know, figuring out like, oh yeah, I want to marry this girl. I got to get a ring. And where am I going to get this ring? Because there's a bunch of different places you can get a ring from. But who has the quality? Who has, you know, the name recognition that you're not going to get gypped? You're not going to go in there and find a bunch of stuff that you don't want. Yeah. And we had already worked with Helzberg on one video. And so we had such a good time with that video and talking to them, meeting on video with them, and they were a good group of people. And so Helzberg was just right there in the back of my mind the whole time. So it was just my natural first one to go to. And it really worked out. I mean, I guess y'all find out later on in the video what we talk about, but the experience was great. So that's what started me out. Helzberg was the first place I looked for, and the only place I looked for actually.
Remember that one time whenever we were looking at, we were shopping somewhere, and I think we were heading home, and we were passing by like a ring place, and I was like, James, come here, let's go stop in here. And he was like, why? Like, and I guess like, of course at that time you had already been like talking to Helzberg. You already decide like that's where you want to get my ring from. So girls, just let them do their thing, okay?
You got to. CaLeigha was pushing me into this ring store. I'm like, girl, little do you know,
right? I
already have this stuff planned out. It's like next month I was doing this. I was gonna do the surprise.
And honestly, I didn't know shopping. Like where, like I hadn't tried on rings or anything like that. So like I wanted to go in and try them on. And so, but honestly, that experience compared to whenever we went into Helzberg, like completely different. Like whenever we went in there, we were not in there for very long because they didn't have like anything I wanted. Like they're like, oh no, we don't have that. We don't have this. We don't have that. So whenever you surprised me to go take me like into Helzberg to go try on rings, like that was like so much fun. And it made the process like.
Now going into the other store actually worked out great, because when I saw the stuff that they had and you couldn't find anything that you wanted, I was like, okay, perfect. Right. I don't have to come up with some elaborate lie of why we can't go there and look again. Yeah, that's true. And then it also, you know, just kind of gave me comfort that where I was going was the right place, because, you know, before ring shopping, I didn't know anything about ring shopping. Yeah. So I didn't know what I didn't know until we started the process. And then we figured out a lot. Once I figured out where I wanted to go and get a ring from, I kind of set up a surprise engagement ring shop, and we posted that video, and it did really well. I was trying to make it a surprise, but I'm not a good liar. So CaLeigha I was like flying home that day because I got off work a little bit later than what I thought, and picked her up, said we were going to dinner, got all dressed up and stuff, and then showed up to to the store. What did you find when we went into the store? Like, because I know you came in thinking you wanted one thing, and then what happened there?
So I've always said that I wanted a emerald cut. Emerald. No, I've always said, look, and this is the problem. I always got mixed up. Emerald and radiant, I feel like they're very similar. They're like the same. They're very similar. So I always got them mixed up, which is why you need to go in the store and try them on, because I had been telling James, like, yeah, I want to emerald cut all, like, for years. I've been saying emerald cut, emerald cut, emerald cut.
What a problem that would have been.
Yeah. So thank God we went and tried them on, because then I was like, oh wait, no, it's not emerald cut. It's actually radiant cut that I really like and that I want. That is why you need to go to the store and try them on.
So take her into the store and figure out what she wants. I don't know who came up with the, like, oh, I don't ever want to see it, or like, don't take her shopping, just surprise her with what. No.
I mean, there's some people who are fine with that, but I think this is a forever thing, and like, you should like get what you want, and you should know what your girl wants. And so I think going into store and actually like trying on rings helps so much. I had tried on a friend's oval, and so I was like, oh my gosh, I've never tried on oval. Like, I actually think I wanted oval, and this was before we went in. So then once we went in and actually tried on rings, that's when I was like, okay, no, I do want a radiant. That is exactly what I want.
But boy, what she was putting me through, I was like, I am so glad I took her surprise ring shopping, because boy, if I would have just gone in blind and just got what I thought she wanted, I mean, she would have loved it. Obviously.
No, definitely. So whenever we went into the store, Leah, she was amazing, and it was just like, I feel like it was just meant to be, because her name is half of my name. And so she was amazing. She made the process so comfortable, and seemed like she made it fun. Like, truly made it so much fun. And she showed me all the different types of bands they had, and I've always said that I wanted a gold, like, very simplistic band. And so she showed me all the different options, and it actually, being able to see that made me change my mind on what band I actually ended up getting. So it was still like a simplistic gold elegant band, but it has like these ridges on it that add a little character to it. So that was only able to do that because I went in store to actually, like, figure out what other things they had.
Doing the ring shopping, there was a lot that we didn't know, and they taught us a lot. For instance, you got the 4 C's plus 1. 4 C's are cut, clarity, carat, and color. Yeah. Color. And then the plus 1 is CaLeigha, because she has to have, she got to love it. So 4 C's plus 1.
Yeah. So that was also something I never knew until going through this process, is about the different colors, and that determines like what color your diamond gives off. The difference between natural and lab grown, which there really isn't a difference between the two. They both look exactly the same. So
price is different.
Yeah,
I'll tell you that.
The only thing that's different really, is the price and where they come from.
You get a way better price on the lab grown, for sure. So the education in the store was huge. Leah ran us through all of the good information that we needed to know. Very important, that kind of stuff. They took us into what they call the diamond lab.
Yes.
Or is it the diamond room? Yeah, what they call the diamond room.
Yes.
And
that was super cool. You're able to like see your diamond up close and personal, like, and it's so cool.
Yeah, they put it up under a microscope and then display it on the screen. They show you like all the imperfections or any kind of birthmarks it has on it. It's really cool. It really shows off the cut. They shine a light through it, so you can kind of see how it sparkles. Yeah. Also, I mean, you're supposed to know your girl's ring size, but
I mean, I don't think most girls know their ring size too until they actually like tried it. So obviously we figured that out too. I don't feel like I didn't know until during this process.
I always get confused: ring size, shoe size, dress size. It's
so
tough.
How was it whenever you went and picked up the ring? Like, once we knew like what like I wanted, like, how did that all go about for you?
So I just had to pick a day where, like, I was at work and I had a little time in between, And so I picked a day during the week because I didn't want you to know I was going to pick it up. I mean, you already kind of knew I was going to pick it up, but just needed to.
No, I didn't. The date.
I mean, you knew I was going to buy it.
Well, no, I didn't know that.
You didn't know?
I didn't know
I guess
when.
you didn't know for sure, but.
Yeah, I didn't know already. And I didn't know when you picked it up or anything like that.
Yeah, because I did it during the work day.
Yeah.
So I was like, because I can't tell her I'm going to the mall. I can't tell her I'm going that way. I want her checking my location or nothing seeing me there. So I ended up going with my mom, and we picked it up. And then my mom took it home because I was like, no way I can hide this thing in our house for 4 weeks, 5 weeks.
Yeah.
It ain't happening. So I let my mom take it and put it in the safe. And so she kept it all up until the week that we were supposed to leave for Italy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was cool going with mom. So she got to see it and she loved it. She thought it was pretty amazing and beautiful.
So you guys have been asking my ring details. And so I have a 4-carat radiant cut diamond it's color G VS2, and it has a 14-karat yellow gold band, and it's called split shank semi mount, and it has a platinum head.
Which platinum head, I had no idea was even a thing, but was that customizable? How did you come to get the platinum head? I wouldn't have thought of that.
Yeah, because I've heard that apparently the platinum head, if you have a gold band, it like enhances your diamond, makes it look bigger and whatnot. So it's like better, I guess, to get a platinum head. I literally had no idea until going through this process that was a thing. So, and then it's sitting on I have a cathedral setting. Yes.
I know this because I had to remember all this stuff.
Yeah. I remember whenever you asked me, he asked me like, sometime like after, I don't know, it was like maybe a few months after we had went and tried on rings.
It was when I was solidifying everything, because I stayed in contact with them, and she wrote down a list of everything that you said that you wanted, which again, Leah, awesome, because I don't know why I didn't even think about writing it down
while we were there.
Yeah, but she wrote down everything. Once we left, she wrote down everything on a piece of paper, and she's like, I know this is what she wants, and And so then when I called them later on, she's like, yeah, I have a list. It's this. And then I was thinking about it. I was like, that has to be right. That better be right. And so I tried to sneak in a little question to CaLeigha on what setting she wanted, and she said something different. I was like, I thought you wanted a cathedral.
Yeah. What did I say? Oh, I said, because I wanted James to have some type of part in the designing process of my ring. Like, I wanted him to have some touch on it. And so I told him, like, whatever it sits on, like, that's up to you. Like, if it's a halo band, or like if it sits on a halo, that's up to you. And so, and I think whenever we were in store, I don't remember though. Like, I really don't. Yeah. And I was like, I think it's a halo. And he's like, no. Like, it's called something else? And I was like, I don't know.
I was like, I know it was not a halo. It had to be cathedral. Leah had cathedral.
I know. I was like, I don't know. And then
I'm just going cathedral.
And I could tell he was fishing for, like, he was like, I need to solidify something. Like, I could tell he was trying to, like, get it out of me. And I was like, babe, I honestly don't know. Like, you just choose it, whatever you think. It'll, like, sure. Like, 'cause I really I couldn't remember that part of it.
Well, thank goodness for Leah writing it all down, because then we had it. And then I was worried about timing wise. I was like, I don't know how long it takes for them to get the order in for the ring and then the ring come in.
Yeah.
And I already had the plane tickets.
Yeah.
I was just waiting on the ring, and I was like, man, I might have just messed up. I might have just ruined this whole thing.
Why? Why do you think that?
Because I was like, maybe the ring doesn't come in time.
Oh.
What does it take? 2 months to get the ring ready? Like, I don't know how long it takes. But I had called them later on and asked them that. And they were like, yeah, should be like 2 weeks. Oh. So it was a quick turnaround too. I was so happy about that. And then it came in and it was beautiful. I saw it. I wanted to make a reaction video of when I saw the ring for the first time. But I had to check to make sure it was all correct.
Yeah, while you were there.
Of course it was. So if you're in that stage of life where you're ready to get a ring, you're thinking about getting a ring, you have somebody special, Helzberg.
Yes.
look, you won't go wrong. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, we had a great experience. I even like one of my friends, they went and looked at rings too at Helzberg because I spoke so highly of them, and they had a great shopping experience too. So I'm sure there's one near you guys, so I would check it out. We had a great experience. It literally my dream ring, and to be able to like customize it exactly how I wanted, it was just such a blessing, and I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful for my fiancé and for Helzberg for helping me create literally my dream ring. It came out better than I could have ever imagined. So I'm just so grateful and blessed, and yeah, hopefully we answered all y'all's questions. I think that was the gist of, we've been getting so many questions about it. So hopefully we got it all for y'all. All right. Well, hopefully you guys enjoyed this short podcast, but we're about to film another one. So stay tuned for that. And we love you guys. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your day.
And be kind to one another.
Love y'all. Bye.